This is Down to the Wire 513.
Everybody else can shut up. It is time.
Ooh, fly man ring.
Back in the building, man.
Yo, we in the building. We back.
Make sure y'all follow us on everything Down to the Wire 513. Yo, Down to the Wire 513, episode 288.
Hey,
Slowly inching closer to that 300 bar.
we almost there, brother. Almost there, man. I was thinking about it the other day. It's been like what, 6-7 years now? Damn near
6 years.
crazy, man. We've been at it for a minute.
February 2017.
Shout out to everybody. I just got a memory on my. I don't know if it was Facebook, what it was on, but it was like I was shouting out our 4th episode. So we've been doing this for a minute, y'all. Now we're episode. He just said 288.
288.
Man,
Consistency, hard work, dedication to this shit, man.
everybody don't do it like this. It's not easy, but we dedicated. We put the work in. Appreciate y'all kicking it with us too, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. Down to the Wire 513, as always. Make sure I tap in with us. Everything Down to the Wire 513. As I always say, Google is the best way to find us, man. We everywhere, literally. So
International.
worldwide, baby. We might have changed our name Down to the Wire 513. Or not 513, Down to the Wire.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
That's why worldwide or something. We might have to do that, man. You might have to talk about that, man.
But now I appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man. There's a lot been going on especially in the NBA.
Crazy.
So it's a heavy NBA show today. So make sure y'all tap in, stay locked in with us. First things first, we're gonna talk about the draft tomorrow. NBA draft kicks off tomorrow. It's 8:30. I believe it's 8:30 on ESPN.
I think so. I believe so.
We all know the number one overall pick is pretty locked in.
Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, we all know he's going number one. So
Yeah,
the question that I posed to y'all, the listeners, last week before we got off the show, think about it. Who deserves to go number 2? Scoot Henderson or Brandon Miller? How do we think about it? We're gonna make a case. We're gonna make a case for both guys. But Rand, who do you think deserves to go number 2?
Great question, man. Number 2 pick in the NBA draft. I would pick Scoot Henderson. I think now typically I lean towards size and skill. If you got size and skill, I would lean toward that way. Brandon Miller is, I think it was 6'8", 6'9" Definitely can shoot the ball, has a nice handle, for a guy that big as well. So I typically do lean towards size, and if you got skill with that size. But I think Scoot Henderson is just different, man. I think he's a mix of John Morant and like the MVP early D Rose. Like he's a mix between those two guys with his athleticism, and he also can shoot the ball. And if he's shooting anything like he didn't shoot the ball great in the G League, but his workouts do look great. Of course, his workouts, so everybody gonna say that. But if he can develop a jump shot in the NBA, a 3-ball, he's gonna be a problem because can't anybody stay in front of him.
For me, I'm opposite of that. I've been high on this kid since we caught wind of him about midway through college basketball season. I'll be lying if I say I was hip to him first game of the year college basketball. Nah, got hip to him about midway through college basketball season and became a fan of him ever since. Brandon Miller, I think, should be the number 2 overall pick. For me, I think he has his ceiling is a tad bit higher than Scoot Henderson. I believe he can get it done on both ends of the court. His offensive skill needs to improve way more than defensive skill to me, in my opinion. I said 6'9", 200, has very good playmaking ability. Can handle the rock. Can be a good playmaker. He has to continue to grow into his body, and like Scoot, he has to work on his jump shot. He's a very nice catch and shoot guy. But in NBA, obviously, you need to be a little bit well balanced all around. You need to move up, catch off the dribble, shoot off the dribble, all that stuff. So for me, I'm going number 2, and I just think the fit. I think it fits just a tad bit better with Charlotte. That's for me. I'm all about fit. Who fits in where. Scoot, I think he can play out the ball, but I think he's a little bit more ball dominant. And Charlotte, LaMelo is the guard. So, and right now with their team currently constructed, they still got Gordon Hayward, they still got Terry Rozier under contract. So I don't think Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier may be on the team by the time the opening night in NBA, but we'll see. But for me, I think Brandon Miller is the better fit for the Charlotte Hornets.
Now, I do agree with you as far as fit goes. If you're talking about fit, I do think he's a better fit. But if you're Charlotte, man, you gotta take the best available guy. I think if it was that close to me, I would go better fit. But to me, I think Scoot is going to be more NBA ready sooner, and I think he's going to be an impact player like next year. And I think they need that shot in their arm like right now for Charlotte. Of course they got Melo, who's a great point guard. Scoot can play out the ball a little bit. He is a more traditional. I don't say more traditional point guard because he is more of a scoring guard. But Melo play right now with Terry Rozier, so why can't I make it work with Scoot?
I will give you that. If you want NBA, if you want best available ready right now, you got to go Scoot. But for a long, about 3 to 4 down the road, I think Brandon Miller can be that guy.
Yeah, you made a very good point. I think Brandon Miller definitely has a higher ceiling because he has the size. Like I said, I typically leans towards size plus skill. If you're gonna be, everybody's looking for that 6'9", 6'10" guy that can dribble, shoot, score, pass. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants that player. And it's not easy to find. They don't grow on trees. You don't have Brandon Ingram, Jason Tatum's, Kevin Durant's. You don't have those kind of tall, lanky scorers in drafts every year. So you have those guys that get pegged at those guys. Are just going to be the next so and so, but it never really turns out to be that next so and so. So if you think Brandon Miller can be that next player, if he can be that next Paul George is his favorite player, I think, as he said, that next Jason Tatum. Yeah, he crazy for that. I don't know. You see that? You see the comment? He said my goat is PG. Just say if this is my favorite player is PG. Don't say he's the GOAT, man, because obviously he's not the GOAT. Yeah. But if you think he's going to be that next 6'8" to 6'9" elite skill level player, then you have to take him.
Yeah. Then for Charlotte, I think it'll be a little just for Brandon Miller. I think it'll be easier to grow and come develop yourself, come to your own zone in Charlotte. Whether if you fall to 3 and go to Portland, if Dame is still, if you're still playing with Dame, I mean, obviously Dame wants to win now, and you have to grow like now, which is why, like I said, fit. I would prefer Scoot up in Dame. Like I said, he's more NBA ready now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and not like Portland, like Scoot is the missing piece for him to win a championship, but he would definitely help him now. So.
Nah, I hear you, man. If you I want best available prospect. I think Scoot's the better prospect. If you want fit, I definitely agree with you. I think Scoot is better off in Portland. We made a video about it. It's on the page. I think 2 weeks ago. We said it's time for Portland to make a change. If Scoot falls in the lap to 3, you have to take Scoot. I'll be thrilled with that. I think Scoot's the better prospect. So if he falls to 3, Portland, man, skip right for you. Grab him up. Mm-hmm. We've been saying it for a while now. Free Dame. It's time to get rid of him, man. Unfortunately, they are 2 or 3 moves away with him on the squad. Even if they move this pick, they're still going to be 2, maybe 1 big move away from even being in contention, man. So I think the writing's on the wall, man. I agree. I think if Scoot ends up in Portland, if they even keep Dame, like you said, he's more ready to play right now.
Either way, I would say either Scoot and Dame or Scoot LaMelo. Must see TV, high, like up and down, like
wherever Scoot goes, it's gonna be nice for him, man. Wherever he goes, he's gonna be playing with. Depending on if he goes to Portland and they end up trading him, talk out there that Portland, Dane liked the tweet earlier that said get Zion Williamson to Portland. Dane liked the tweet, so now it's rumors swirling that maybe they're gonna trade the pick for a package, to get Zion Williamson. Who knows? I think even if you get Scoot in New Orleans, man, which it was a report earlier today I saw as well. Twitter's going crazy with rumors. Saw a report that Scoot prefers to be in New Orleans. So it's like, damn, what's going on, man? What is going on? I love this time of year, NBA draft. The rumors and the free agency right around the corner. Got trades going left and right, man. Great time of year. I love it, man.
So for the casual NBA fans, more excitement, Scoot Henderson. Long term, just over like ball player, Brandon Miller.
Yeah, for sure. If you're looking for
highlights,
definitely gonna be Scoot. But Brandon Miller got some good highlights too, though. I will say that he has some nice highlights. But Brandon Miller is definitely the more long term project. Scoot is definitely going to be either hit or miss very quick. Ain't gonna be no project with Scoot.
Fact. So, either way, Charlotte. I don't think you can really go. I don't think you can really go wrong with either one, or Portland, whoever falls to you at number 3. I think the top 3 will be. I think they'll be impact players for a very long time in the NBA. Now, past 3, who knows? But I think the top 3 will be around for a very long time.
There's some gems in this draft, man. It's definitely some gems in this draft. Not any picture on the screen, but it's definitely some gems in the draft, I think. some picture on the screen, but
I want to talk. I'm gonna talk about it next week. Once the draft, Friday. We'll break down the draft Friday. So once the draft is complete, we're gonna talk about who could be a late round gem, who could end up being like a Kawhi, a Jokic, a Giannis, someone that
Ginobili.
Yeah, so
somebody who just surprises us all. It comes up like, oh man, this guy was a late first round, second round pick, and he's an all-star. He's this, he's that, MVP, Jokic, who knows,
So we'll talk about that Friday once the draft's complete, and we'll pick out a few gems. As far as I said, we deserve to go number 1, 2. We made a case for both guys. Did you see the Vic's comments about there's no pressure?
Yeah, I saw his comments. I like it. There's no pressure. I would feel like there's no pressure. If you're not, I would tune all that shit out if I was him. And I think he has a very good support group around him, and he's been kind of molded to be this guy. So I think he was expecting this kind of whirlwind around him, and he's ready for it, man. And I believe him. I think he doesn't look at it as any pressure. The way he lives his life, the way he plays the game, he plays the right way. Like I said, maybe he won't be as good as advertised, but I think he's definitely going to be a good player in the NBA. So I think he knows that. He knows the work he puts in. So yeah, no pressure for him.
Yeah, I think it's just all the media doing all the bullshit with the hype. I was watching SportsCenter earlier today talking about if he doesn't win, if he goes number 1 overall and he doesn't win 3 or 4 championships, then his career will be considered a bust. It's like no.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
No one can. Crazy. Like, there's only been one guy in history of sports I can really think of, and that's LeBron, since from high school, who has lived up and surpassed the expectations.
Yeah, like look at Yao Ming when he came in the league. I remember I was young boy when Yao Ming came in the league. I remember the media hype he got. Mm-hmm. Coming in, he's gonna stop Shaq. He's gonna be this. He's gonna be that. He didn't win a championship. Was his career bust? Hell no. Yao Ming's a Hall of Famer. So that had to stop, man. I know he's a highly touted prospect. Expected to do all these great things.
And everybody just want to be right in the media. That's all.
Yeah, man. Let's just let this guy play and see where the chips fall when it's all said and done.
Yeah. So obviously he'll be in San Antonio. So as Lakers fans, we'll see a lot of Vic Wembanyama over the first half of his career for sure.
Yeah, man. And he put out a report. I know he said the Spurs said he wasn't going to play in the summer league. He said he wants to play at least a little bit. So I like the attitude, man. I wasn't sold on his upbringing and attitude. I thought he was maybe a little too spoon fed, but we'll see, man. He's showing all the right signs that make us think, okay, he's at least putting the work in to be what he wants to be.
Yeah, I don't think your first your first taste of NBA action should be the preseason. I think you had to get your feet wet a little bit in summer league.
Yeah, like at least let them play some of the first game. If you come out killing it, okay, shut them down.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if you come out looking a little shaky, all right, shut him down. Say he's fatigued, shut him down. Whatever.
Fact. So hopefully we see him in summer league. We'll see. We will see in a few weeks. So, but NBA draft is tomorrow, 8:30 ESPN. Make sure y'all tap in and see who goes 1, 2, 3. Like I said, we'll keep, and then once the draft's over Friday, we'll review the draft and give you a few of our gems.
Sleepers, winners, losers, all that good stuff, man. Might be some trades going down. Man. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe Zion's going to move. I've heard from a few sources that they don't expect it, but they won't be surprised Zion gets moved before the trade, before the draft. So who knows, man? Stay tuned.
Well, speaking of Zion, shout out Elon Musk for
doing
finally shutting down Mariah Mills' Twitter. Thank you, Elon.
It's been like a week and a half. She's been going ham, my boy. Talking about she's gonna release some explicit videos of them. First she didn't have them, now she's gonna release them. Like, which one is it, young lady? Make up your mind.
Press charges. You can't do that.
Yeah, I'm happy they got her up out of here. She was threatening, saying some wild stuff. If that was a dude doing that, to a woman, man, would have been terrible. Now she was getting cooked, but still.
Yes, she was. But nah, shout out Elon Musk for doing God's work right there. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Elon, good in my book, man.
Well, you've been good. You got my old Twitter back, so you so you
you've been good in my book. If y'all don't know, I'm an ex-Tesla employee, still Tesla stock owner. So, Elon, you've been doing great, brother. Keep it up.
But you mentioned Zion potentially being traded tomorrow. Speaking of trades, there have been a few huge trades that has went down in the NBA. Let's start with the huge one. The Wizards sending their superstar Bradley Beal right now reportedly to the Suns. Obviously, trades can't be official, can't get done until July 1st. So,
yeah.
So as of right now, like I said, it's all speculated. But Bradley Beal to the Suns. Chris Paul to the Wizards. So basically, the breakdown is I got it right here. The Suns will get Bradley Beal, Jordan Goodwin, Isaiah Todd. The Wizards will get Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, and multiple second-round picks, as well as future pick swaps. Biggest takeaway for me in that one is how did the Wizards not get any first-round picks?
Ridiculous, man. Well, I don't think they had any because they traded them all to get Kevin Durant. So I don't think the Suns had any to give up.
And I'm going future 10 years down the road or something.
They can't. It's part of the CBA rules. You can't go farther than so far out. But yeah, this trade only went down because Bradley Beal had the no trade clause, which he still has. He didn't dead it. He still has it. He transferred it to the Phoenix Suns, so he still has the worst contract in basketball. This was a historical mismanagement of assets by the Washington Wizards, man. We've been saying it for 3 years now? Probably longer than that. Trade Bradley Beal. I've been saying this since the last he averaged. I was looking at his stats. He had 2 years where he averaged 30 plus. He went 25, 30, 30. He knew what he was doing. After that, he fell right back off 22, 23 points a game. He knew what he was doing. He knew very well what he's doing now. I'm not saying he was wrong by doing this. He performed in the years that it mattered to get that all-team NBA, first, second, third team NBA, wherever he needed to get to make sure he's eligible for the super max extension. Signed that extension, had them in such of a they were in such a bad spot. They had no choice but to give him a no trade clause because they can't let him walk for nothing at that point. They didn't have anybody else on the roster, but Porzingis, they couldn't let him walk for nothing, so they had to give him that big contract with a no trade clause. And then now he has the franchise by the balls. Basically, he can dictate where he goes and the package, which he did. which is why they got basically nothing but expiring contracts and Shamit. Now I did hear that they had a chance to get DeAndre Ayton, but they rather have Chris Paul, which was the expiring contract. I mean, I'm not lying. I wouldn't want DeAndre Ayton on with that contract either. With the new CBA, I'm not wanting him on that deal, taking up that much of my cap space and being that much of a he's not a liability. He's still a good NBA player, but at that number, it's not justifiable to have him on your team.
Yeah. One, who the hell is who's coming off the bench for Phoenix?
Nobody right now.
Two, who's going to be the primary defender? They have no defender.
Durant.
I know disrespect the Book, Bill, and Durant, but they're not your best elite defenders, and you still expect them to go on offense and give you 30 plus a game. And who the fuck is your point guard now? Now, Grant, don't get me wrong. Like Book's playmaking, we talk about it in the playoffs. His playmaking has improved.
Yeah, better.
But he ain't about to handle the rock every single time. And if you think I'm coming on Cameron Payne to be my starting point guard, you out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, this is a slight upgrade to. Well, I don't want to say slight upgrade. I would say slight upgrade from the big three they had in Brooklyn, because Book is a little bit younger in his prime. But who's going to be James Harden? James Harden is a world class passer.
Yes.
None of these dudes can pass anywhere near the level James Harden can pass the ball. Anywhere near it. So who's going to be doing pick and rolls? Probably not going to do pick and roll. Probably just going to be all ISO ball. Is that what? And then also, the new head coach Frank Vogel. If you remember, in LA, he played with two bigs.
Mm-hmm.
Where was he before that? Indiana, he played with two bigs.
Yep.
So now y'all got basically three wings right now to build around, and there's going to be no room for two bigs. So how is his coaching style and his philosophy going to work into this personnel lineup? It doesn't make any sense if you ask me. I'm not saying it was definitely a great trade for them. I mean, it's a no-brainer for them if you ask me. They had to make this trade if it presented itself, which it did. You got off of Chris Paul's contract, even though you got a worse contract than Brad Beal. He's a better player at this point and younger. And you're in pretty much the same spot you were in cap-wise before the deal. So you had to kind of do this deal. If you were the Suns, you definitely got better and didn't really do much damage as far as the cap goes, because they were in the same boat before. But now, like, you're married to these 3 to 4 guys. Like, they better flip Aiden for some role players. That'll be my next move. If I'm them, I'm trying to flip Aiden for some role players.
That has to be the move. Like as right now, your cap is tied up into 4 guys. You about to get a bunch of fucking maybe rookies expired, like vets expired.
Batmans. Now Phoenix did make a trade, or not Phoenix. That was Denver. Never mind. They didn't make any trades to get any draft picks. They need to find some young guys either that didn't get drafted they can pick up, like we're talking about off air. They got to figure out something, man, because right now they don't really have much of a bench. They don't have any cap space to get anybody else. All they going to have cap space for is Batman's. So,
and for people who's probably listening and saying KD can play the big, to an extent, he can, until he has to defend.
Yeah, who's going Jokic? You better call Dwight Howard, man. I don't know. Better call Dwight Howard. I know his Taiwanese team wanted to give him a pay cut, and he was pissed off about that. So he's available.
Batman.
Better call Dwight Howard, man. Better call somebody up, because they have no defense and no bigs right now. But Ayton, and we all know how he plays in the playoffs, man. I would definitely try to flip him. And the word on the streets is that his value is not high at all. So
it's not. It's not.
They really don't. I'm not sure what they're going to try to do for this. KD better get to recruiting. I mean, I heard he had a big part of recruiting Brad Beal, to go ahead and pick Phoenix, but they get to recruiting again, man, because y'all gonna need to.
Can we talk about that real quick? KD, this is his 3rd super team.
Yeah, Yeah.
I mean, four if you want, if you really want. I mean, well, I would count OKC as super. They
Yeah,
turned
it was, but
they turned it
that was a homegrown super team, so I'm not gonna
right.
count that
That's what I'm
against
saying.
him. Yeah, that was built around him, so I ain't count that against him.
You want to Golden State, but since you left Golden State, this is your second super team you're joining. If you don't get a ring out of this, man, your legacy, dog, like
Takes a hit,
it's
man.
a huge hit.
It takes a hit, man. This is not a good look to be hopping around team to team, forcing your way out of team, and recruiting top level players and not winning with them once you get them on your team. Like if you'd have won it in Brooklyn and then left and then did this again, yeah, you'll be getting hate, but it wouldn't. They couldn't say shit because hey, it's working. You're winning a championship still,
right.
But you doing this shit, you ain't even winning, bro.
Yeah, winning
cures all. Still losing.
Yeah, winning cures all. Winning shuts up everybody.
Yeah,
you ain't even made to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Stacking the deck and still losing, and now you're back in the West where it's gonna be tougher to get around. It's gonna be tough. And with this top heavy roster and the new CBA coming in, y'all got a very small window, like a 2-year window to get it done. Because if not, y'all, it's gonna be cap hell for y'all. It already is, but even worse when this new apron shit kick in. It's gonna be hell for y'all.
Maybe only 1 year. I gotta see how this rest of this roster is about to turn out. Because right now this is only a fun 2K roster.
Yeah, I mean, where would you put them in the West right now? Like, where would you rank them at as far as on paper wise? Where would you rank them?
Shit, right now, like I said, they only got what 6 guys on roster?
I think 5 or 6 guys. Yeah.
But right now, I'll just give them whoever 12-man roster. Right now, I would still say they're behind Denver. I still have them behind Sacramento. And I still got them. Well, I got them behind the Clippers too now with the move they just made. So right now,
Clippers did just get Brogdon. We'll talk about that here in a second.
So right now, I have Phoenix right now, maybe that 4 or 5 range right now.
Yeah, they're definitely in somewhere in that top, probably 4, depending on what the Lakers do too, man. Like we ain't gonna be no slouches, man, depending on what we do. So they have no depth. So depending on who else they get to fill out the roster, they got a definitely a strong 3-headed monster, man. But if they had to hold on to Aiden, we all know he wasn't so happy about his touches last year. So with another scorer there, gonna be even less.
And honestly, if you get rid of Aiden, you better hope one of the guys you get back is a big, because then you have no rim protector.
Yeah, but that's gonna be crazy. Like when the new CBA kick in, they won't be able to trade. Like I think it's like aggregating contracts. Basically, they won't be able to say, okay, we'll take 2 contracts for one. I think you can't trade Brad Beal for 3 players. You have to be like contract for like one for one, basically. So when this new CBA kick in, they're gonna be fucked, man. They're gonna be fucked. So what they might have to do, bro, they might have to just because the players they have on a roster, you can go over the cap to re-sign those players. If they have their bird rights, early bird rights, all that stuff. So they might have to just re-sign like Darius Baisley to overpay him, or they're gonna have to try to match up these like the mid-level exceptions for like years in the future. They're gonna try to match it up, try to guess what it's gonna be, try to get this player on that deal for this year. Okay, we're gonna give you X amount of dollars per year and make sure it's gonna try to match up with that mid-level exception for that year. So they can trade you for a mid-level exception guy straight up, because there's gonna be no funny business. They can't trade, they can't take on no extra salaries. Like it has to match up perfectly. Which is one of the new rules of the CBA. So yeah, it's all fun, but if you don't win, you handcuff yourself big time.
Yeah, they better start renegotiating some of these deals. Like I said, the biggest thing. Have they came out with more about like how you can buy investments yet? Have they came out with more news about what that consists of yet?
No, they have not. But they better figure out a way, man.
Yeah.
It is like a little bit more comes out every like week or so about the CBA. Every piece that comes out is like not favorable for players at all. So again, CJ, who else was it? Grant
Williams, yeah.
What are y'all doing, bro? Like this, I mean, I know he was on. I forget what show he was on, but he was like, "Man, people think it was just me negotiators, not me." Like we know it's not you guys directly, but y'all are the face of the players right now, and the players got fucked. Now I say this all the time on the pod. It's not for the fans. It's not for us. The CBA ain't for us at all.
Nope.
It's for the players and it's for the owners.
Yep.
So y'all agreed to this, but y'all got fucked. So why did y'all agree to this? CJ, Grant, y'all the face of the players playing right now in the league. What's going on, man? This is terrible.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we was predicting lockout. We were saying for a while that lockout was coming, but the fact that they agreed to terms fairly quickly and seeing what the terms, like what's been released so far, I'm with you. Yeah, players got fucked over.
The owner is like, what they want this? Oh, y'all don't agree to this? Oh, okay. We're gonna screw every team that wants to pay for players and wants to pay to go over the cap and pay to do this and pay to do that and pay to just throw money at teams. They're gonna have no wiggle room to do anything. Take away mid-level exceptions, take away ability to trade draft picks later on, like later on year draft picks. You can't do nothing once you hit the second apron of the salary cap. Can't do anything.
Which helps and hurts because it definitely hurts the team, especially like if this CBA was around when OKC was when they had Durant Harden, they will be fucked.
They'll be super fucked.
So
super fucked. Like even the they say the CBA was basically for the Warriors.
Yeah.
For the Warriors, for the Clippers, teams like that who just want to pay and pay and pay and pay and pay, just do whatever, and also the Bucks, teams who have rich owners who really want to just, hey, we'll pay to get over the cap, pay to get whoever we need to get up in here to get a championship.
Yeah,
worked out for some teams, they work out for a lot of them.
And this is why that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to label the Nuggets a dynasty, because they're not going to be. I don't think they're going to be able to repeat or win 3 or 4 championships with their current roster because they have 4 guys on fucking max deals.
Yep. And speaking of them, this CBA just already fucked them up, bro. Yesterday, Bruce Brown opted out of his deal.
Yep.
He's the mid-level exception guy. Now he opted out. They have no cap space to sign anybody else. They can't sign anybody for $5 million. So the fact that he opted out of that deal really fucked them over. Like they can't go and replace him at all. Like what they needed to happen, they needed him to opt into his player option, which is for like $7 million this year. And they needed to do something. Somehow, I know it's illegal to do this, but somehow guarantee him we'll sign you for your max next year, which is going to be somewhere in the $12 million range per year. He's going to get that this year. Though. He's trying to get the mid-level exception this year. It's like $12, $13 million this year. So they are really going to be strapped, man. Spoke on it a couple weeks ago. It's starting to happen, though. Now we're starting to see it actually happen.
Real quickly, we mentioned Bruce Brown opting out. Just want to give you a few guys who you think deserved, or was it smart or dumb for them to opt in, opt out. Draymond Green, he opted out.
Opted out. His player option was 27.7 million. For him, I think it was smart. He knows right now the Warriors are in a bit of a pickle. He knows that he has other suitors around the league that's going to give him suitable offers for at least multi-years. I think he wants a longer term deal. Maybe take a little bit of pickup, but he wants somewhere probably $25, $30 million. I think he can at least get that from Golden State. They have to kind of sign him back. They have no choice. And if he don't go back with them, he can get that at least somewhere else at open market. So I think it's a good deal for him.
Kyle Kuzma.
Great idea for him. I think it's after $13 million.
Yep.
He's gonna blow out the water. He wants to get $30 million. He ain't getting $30 million a year. I know, Kuz, you want $30 million? You ain't getting $30 million a year, but you're not that good. But definitely gonna get somewhere probably in the low to mid 20s a year.
All right. Well, that was the two because we all reported Fred VanVleet the other week, so we know he opted out.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Guys like that are really they really kind of look at the market and kind of figure out what they want and see if it's attainable out there. And if they see it at a walkway, a path to it, definitely smarter to opt out and try to get a bigger, even if it's not more per year, try to get a longer deal. So at least you got more time to play it out.
But for Draymond, I would think he can get a longer, like even if he would have opted in, took this $27 million, I think he could have got a new deal next year. About a 2 to 3 year next year.
But you never want to guess. You never want to chance it though. Maybe.
Well, that's him betting on himself. So
that's him betting on himself. Well, yeah, this is kind of him betting on himself too, honestly. But Because he could go out there this year and be like, all right, nothing happened. I ain't get shit. You know, the money could dry up real quick, or teams could do like kind of like what's happening to Kyrie right now. Kyrie, I think that's why we talked about him a few weeks ago. I think all that talk with him was all him and his people making that shit up. Because now they're saying there's no suitors out there but the Mavs. So I think, you know, players are smart. They know what they got to do to try to get, you know, bidding wars going on. Same thing with James Harden. You know, now he all of a sudden he's going back to Philly. Like, we knew where he was going back to Philly. You know, he had no really pathway to get anywhere else. You know, they did that himself, try to make a bidding war, try to get more money, which is smart on their part.
A for effort. You gotta try.
Yeah.
So we just broke down the Chris Paul, Brad Beal trade. It was another trade, maybe not as high on as far as star talent, but it was huge. It was another huge trade that went down. Acquired 3 teams. The Boston Celtics acquire Kristaps Porzingis from the Washington Wizards. The Clippers will get Malcolm Brogdon from the Celtics. And the Wizards will get Marcus Morris, Amir Coffey, and a 30th pick in this year's NBA draft from the Clippers. I think
it's a great trade for everybody involved, I think, man.
My only thing is for the Clippers. I mean, we all know Kawhi. He said he wanted a point guard, but this is why I thought Boston got Malcolm Brogdon last year, because we thought he was going to be the point guard that they desperately needed, and it still ended up being Marcus Smart. So can Malcolm Brogdon be that point guard? And I haven't seen it yet. Hopefully he can turn it for the Clippers. But for Boston, I do like this Porzingis deal. The only thing is if he can stay healthy.
Yeah, that's big if.
Because you got Horford. He's a Asian vet. I don't think he can be. I don't think he can play heavy minutes much longer. Like that, he's been around for a while. So if you can start grooming Porzingis to be your next guy, also add another rim protector down there with Robert Williams. I think that'll be great for them.
Yeah, for sure. If they think about him and Williams playing together, it'd be crazy. Talk about length. They have a long lineup, man.
And then Wizards, that's just them just fucking cleaning house.
Cleaning house for them, man, for sure. Trying to get off all the big salaries they can. Help Porzingis out by doing a sign and trade. So, no, he's happy. Like I said, I think it's a good trade for everybody involved, man. I don't know if, like you said, I'm not too sold on Brogdon being that starting point guard to get you over the top. But this is the Clippers saying maybe Russ is not coming back, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Or I thought maybe I should pull up his contract. I was like, or maybe they just trying to like clear a little room for CP. But I know CP ain't going there for a vet min or nothing. So I think you still have to pay CP.
Yeah, I think you definitely got to give him a little bit more. Well, it depends, man. I think if he wants to win, the only teams that is going to have cap room are going to be teams that can't win. So if he wants to win, I think Clippers will probably be one of his best landing spots.
And I will see. And if Wizards buy him out, if they buy him out of his contract, then I think he'll go there.
Yeah, because he'll have a nice little payday. But for the Clippers, man, I think this is maybe them saying Russ is not coming back. Maybe they're going to try to have more ball handlers, so they have Brogdon and Russ maybe there. If they bring Russ back, I heard they wanted to bring him back for like $3 million, which I think he wants more than that. But I don't know. I do like it for Boston though. Like you said, Horford's getting up there. I think if you can replace him, not even replace him, just give him less of a role, less minutes, have him more ready for playoffs. Have Porzingis in there at the same time splitting time with him, so you know not too heavy on his legs too. Both of them kind of splitting time could be good for both of them. Both their health, both of them. Al Horford's getting old. Porzingis has had injury issues, so both of them could use a lesser role as far as minutes go.
Yep.
So I think this would be a good fit for Porzingis. Like I said, Washington just dumping salaries, trying to clear the books.
As long as Joe Mazzulla can handle it right, that's the only thing. He'll have to handle everything right. But I mean, on paper, Boston looks strong. Looks even stronger.
This was a good move, man. I think they had one too many ball handlers probably, and like you said, we thought they brought Brogdon there to be that point guard, but they were still playing smart. So why even bring him in there? Maybe this is why he's still not bad idea to have more ball handlers or not, and you can flip them later on like they just did. Flip them.
Yeah. So, good trade for all three teams overall. We'll see what that number 30th pick turns into with Washington tomorrow. Hell, maybe they try to move it. I don't know, but
maybe they do. We'll see.
We shall see. It's Down to the Wire 513, episode 288. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us as always. Make sure y'all give us a follow on everything Down to the Wire 513. Google is the best way to find us. It's like I said, the NBA has been news heavy. Did a show Friday, and a lot of more news broke down.
It did, man. We actually recorded the show on Thursday if y'all couldn't catch on. Because Friday some big news dropped, which we was hoping would hold off after the draft, but maybe I guess it made sense to drop before the draft, But
well, now the news wasn't as big as I thought, but we'll go ahead and start with this one first. The Ja Morant situation. I'm gonna be honest. If y'all didn't know, Ja Morant, he got suspended 25 games for his upcoming season. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was gonna be more. Ja, he got off good with this one. Only 25 games. Less than half the season. Yeah, as Jamal can say, he got off with this one because I was expecting a heavy suspension for Ja.
Yeah,
about 40 games, at least half the year.
Yeah, I was after the second one, I was leaning towards at least half the season. A lot of people were saying he's gonna be out the whole season. I did post a little video, I think on Saturday or Sunday about it, and some guy commented and said he thought Josh should be out the whole season. I asked him why he ain't coming back yet, so I want to hear that. That's definitely outlandish. But the NBA statement, our ESPN had an article about it and kind of explained it the way that I thought it was definitely a little bit light too. The way the NBA explained it was, if you look at Miles Bridges, he got 30 games, for his domestic violence situation that he had. And he actually, got charged and everything, got arrested. Was a lot more, I guess, detrimental, if you want to put it that way, than the Ja situation was. The Ja didn't actually, get arrested and didn't harm anyone. Of course, it could have went bad, but it didn't go bad. So I guess he got a little leeway for that. And also, like I said, Miles Bridges only got 30 games, so they felt they couldn't go more. They couldn't go more serious than 30 games. I felt like the NBA felt like they couldn't go.
Okay, I agree. I see where you're coming from. Obviously, domestic violence is no joke, and I said all Ja did was pose with a gun in the video. But it's not just the videos him posing guns. It's the incidents. It's the incidents with the Indiana when he was in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
It's the apparently going to get a gun on a 17-year-old. Now, granted, I know y'all probably say he got suspended for those already, but all this shit should have been added up.
Yeah.
And like I said, the Indiana stuff, we don't necessarily know is true, but like I said, all stuff after it makes it more believable now since his actions after it.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought it was going to be more. I thought they was going to take into account everything that he's been going through that has happened to Ja. And if that, I know they said it was a video he posted a toy gun like May 14th or something.
Yeah. TMZ posted a video. Like, if y'all want to share the video, I should have been shared the video, honestly.
Right. Yeah.
First off, and Ja, that was clearly Ja in the video. Why not post it to social media, bro? Show everybody's lighter. Or why not during the actual video where you got caught with it? Why not just, hey, nah, bro, put the camera back on me. Let me show everybody it's just a can or just lighter, bro. I mean, light a cigarette, light something we got. I don't care if you smoke weed. Like, if you smoke weed, the NBA don't look at it bad no more. So if you do it, you do it. Oh well. Show them you smoking something. Show them it's not nothing. It's not a gun, bro. It's not a gun. Probably still would have got, bad pub for it.
Right.
But it may not have been as bad as it was. And now you get suspended, 25 games and missing out on, I think, $8 million, I think he's missing out on from a game salary. And also countless more money you're going to miss out on for missing these games. So now you can't be all NBA again.
Yeah.
All this shit you're going to miss out on again.
And then like I said, we mentioned it before. For those first 25 games you suspended, just think about the impact of the community. People probably don't want to go to Memphis Grizzlies games because they know you're not playing.
Can they be in the arena?
Which ultimately trickles down to the bars and all the community out around the arena. So the
whole economy of Memphis is going to go down because of you, basically now. You know, yeah, of course you're going to be all right. You're still going to be rich. You're going to lose some M's. Of course, you're going to lose some millions. It's going to hurt you a little bit. But you still got Nike by your side. They still putting out your shoes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you still have Power I'm still by your side. Because they ain't putting on the ass no more. I'm sure they still lacing your pockets nicely. And at the end of the day, you still going to have Memphis Grizzlies by your side. So you're going to be okay. But just think about the families that you're going to affect that can't go 25, or it's going to be probably, 2-3 months you're going to be missing. Think about the local bars. It's going to miss out on that income. They can't go 2-3 months without having that income from you not being out there playing.
After all the mess with Ja, do you really want a distraction of Brandon Miller on your team?
That's a good question, man. That's just another reason why. I don't say the reason why I went with Scoot number over Brandon Miller in that topic, but that's a very good question.
It's a good question, but I kind of think it's also an unfair question at this point, because it happened 6 months, like six months ago, and
It's been a while.
And he's not getting charged.
He's not getting charged, but you have to also think, okay, does this kid have bad decision making? Has he shown a pattern of bad decision making? I don't think he has. Of course, the coaches and everybody they spoke to about the situation said that was just a one-off, and he's a great kid and whatnot. But it does bring across the questions.
That's fair.
If we get this kid millions, what's he going to do with this millions? Is he going to turn into a Ja Morant? Is he going to be a now tough guy? We got Doc. Let's get Doc in here. What's good, brother?
What's going on, brother?
Man, sat in the Apple store for an hour and a half. They didn't fix my phone. They told me to come back tomorrow in the most Apple way.
I could tell you that's going to happen, bro. Told you was going to be there till 9 o'clock.
You can drop it off. Leave it here and get it in the morning. I'm like, no,
Y'all should have been told me that. First walked in.
Y'all could have told me that an hour ago.
No, that go.
Yeah.
But Android problems. I have no problem.
I know, but I got a store to get y'all stuff fixed.
I know.
Y'all just got to keep y'all broken ass
with it.
But it looked like y'all talking about Ja Morant, man. That 25 games?
Yeah, 25 games. We had a question from a viewer on Twitch that asked us, after all this mess with Ja, do you really think, or do you really want the trash under Brandon Miller in your team? The kid from Alabama.
I don't know if he think he really a distraction. I mean, he had that incident, but he ain't really been doing nothing off that, and he really wasn't that integral in the incident. I mean, like he's an idiot, but like, because what did he think was gonna happen? But like, it came out that he genuinely ain't know what the hell was gonna happen. Oh, just bring my stuff. All right, I got you.
Yeah, like I was saying though, it does bring the question on, like, okay, does this kid keep bad company? Is he a bonehead? So it does, make it fair to ask that question, which you don't want that.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Well, hopefully,
I don't think it's
hopefully because it was a teammate who texted me. Hopefully, your teammate, whoever you draft to, don't put you in that situation again.
Hopefully, but some of these guys in the NBA, they just as dumb as these kids in college, man. They just as young as them almost, and they got millions.
But I hope Brandon Miller, if somebody get him a text, say bring my strap, I hope you would say nah, bro.
Don't even respond. I like you ain't see it, bro. I like you ain't see it. Turn the routines off.
Yeah.
I like you ain't see that shit, man. Yeah, hopefully you learn this lesson, but it does make it fair to question that, man. So it's definitely a good question. But yeah, I don't think it's a trash. I wouldn't let it stop me from drafting him.
No.
If you think he's that good, hey, draft him.
I mean, but it's a fair question. I mean, I know they do this with the NFL draft too, that they search your whole fucking history. from the time you were a fucking kid. Like they'll dig up some shit you never told nobody.
Yeah,
So,
hey, he did do that. He said he did the gun pat down dance during Dexter shows and stuff. That's true. He did do that. That was dumb. He's just an idiot. That's just so stupid to do.
I just being a young dumb kid. A kid.
The
being
family is waiting for me to draft for they soon. Ooh.
Well,
But
Doc,
ain't he already getting paid though? I guess
Doc,
he would have more money.
Lawyer, does the family have a case?
Say that again. I missed it.
So the family is waiting for him to get drafted before they sue him. Family of young lady actor.
Miller.
There's something there. I mean, I would say, hey, it's worth a shot.
Might as well sue, right? He about to be a millionaire. Might as well sue him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sue you. We'll make it because I mean, what they're gonna say is they're gonna try to say he's the proximate cause of this person's was the proximate cause of this person's death. I don't know how how much that is stick or how liable he really is, but I see them settling out of court so he can get it to go away too.
Yeah, that would definitely be a distraction if that does happen. So that's definitely a good point to bring up and a good question to ask, because that shit do happen, man. Especially if you go to Charlotte, man, with everything they got going on, with everything they have going on with Miles Bridges and Boak Knight. And that's just the last thing they need right now is another player with illegal troubles. So
get out to Portland far west as you can.
Yeah, just go missing, bro. That sucks, man, for that kid. I feel bad for him, especially if he genuinely didn't know. Of course, I don't know. I wasn't there. Not sure what he knew, but if he genuinely didn't know,
I feel like he didn't think anybody was gonna get killed.
If somebody tells me to bring a gun back, I'm not going back to the scene at all. I'm not going back over there, especially if I'm in that position that he was in. I'm not going back to the scene at all. I'm not like I didn't see that message, bro. But I guess you had to pick your guys up. So I mean. Tough spot to be in, man. You just gotta hope you don't put yourself in those, but around people like that that'll put you in that spot.
Right, because then it'd have been a situation if, like, the unfortunate happened with the young lady, but what was a situation where his teammate's life felt threatened and he needed it, and he didn't bring it to him. Then
and then they got a gun and they shoot his teammate, and it's like, damn, bro, you could have came up here and possibly saved his life.
Yeah.
So I guess it could have went both ways. Unfortunately, it went that way. Unfortunate that happened in general, that a gun got brought out and shots got fired in general. It's unfortunate.
Oh yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, teams do have to take into consideration, like I said, that, but as far as the legal stuff, as long as the team doesn't come out to sue, I don't think it'll be a problem as far as his behavior.
I ain't really worried about the legal stuff. I mean, it's a distraction, but not really, because I mean, civil stuff, it's only a distraction unless you're like Deshaun Watson. A lot of people being sued right now, and you don't even know it.
Yeah,
it'll be a storyline for a week or two, and then after that, court moves slow. Nothing's happening. You know, there's no news, so you get a news every 5 months. Oh, they had this court date, but nothing's happening, and then essentially he alert Brandon Miller settles for an undisclosed amount. Non-disclosure agreements have been signed, and you never hear from it ever again.
Yeah, and they about to have money, so they'll be able to pay for the best lawyer. So
yeah,
I'm sure they'll figure out a way to make this go away as fast as possible for him, to make sure that he's not a distraction to whatever team drafts him.
I think a lawsuit though would have some merit. They won't get as much money as they think, but it has some merit to it.
All right, well,
great question though.
We shall see. Interesting point. Appreciate you.
But also, did it come out that they're waiting until he goes to the league, or was that just a question? Are they waiting to the league?
That's
just an assumption.
Yeah, it's an assumption that
I mean, I don't know if they're waiting because I mean, lawsuits take a long time. So I mean, I guess they can file now.
Might have it ready though. You never know. They might have it ready on the tux. Just be like, all right, we're gonna file this as soon as he gets drafted. We see that salary come across the screen. Boom, file that shit. I don't know.
Yeah, but that would. I don't know. That would be stupid.
I wouldn't really. Yeah, that kind of like, all right, you waited for me to get this money, wait for me to get drafted, and that's kind of like,
right. I get this money. I can afford the best attorneys now. Like, you would have did better doing that when I was back in college. But I don't know.
I don't know.
But we mentioned Brandon Miller potentially going to Charlotte. If he does go to Charlotte, we know he won't be playing for a certain owner anymore, as Michael Jordan sold his stock of the team to who was a rich billionaire in Chicago.
Yeah, I believe so. I think it was actually. I think he sold it to one of the minority owners that it already was. Maybe I don't know. He sold it to somebody.
But you can no longer associate the Charlotte Hornets with Michael Jordan anymore. So we have
unfortunate, man. He definitely made a huge profit. He made a 10x profit, probably more than that. So shout out to MJ for that. I don't know if you saw the DM I sent through the on Twitter, Doc. I saw this video where this I don't know who this guy was, but he's apparently saying that Jordan got fleeced out of the team, that he was doing some bad business deal or bad. He was basically gambling with another billionaire minority owner, and they basically got him. What it sounds like from the video I watched. If it's true, Jordan, bro,
yeah,
stop gambling, dog. It's just a bad look, man. I know he definitely made a lot of money on this sale, but it doesn't seem like a good move to me, bro. Like I know you can't say making $2 billion is not a bad move, but it still sounds like a good move to me, bro. I don't know.
Like you said before we started the show, like there's been owners around the league who's been worse, who's sucked all across sports in general, but they're still making money, and the NBA is only getting richer as we progress.
Mm-hmm.
So you selling out now, where one you could have kept it in your family and just pass it down to your children, or if you eventually wanted to sell, you could have got it for a lot more. Hell, 5 years later, 5 years from
5
now.
or 10 years, that makes no sense really, right?
So
I don't know. This makes no sense really. Seems a little fishy, man. I know, like I said, you can't say making $2 billion is a bad move, but it just seems like he didn't sell at the best time for himself. Possibly, I don't know him personally, so I can't speak to that personally. You know what I'm saying? But
he didn't sell or pass the team down because he wanted to. It's almost because he had to.
Yeah, it seems like he don't have to. I'm gonna have to link that video in the description. I can watch that shit, man. But yeah, it just don't seem like, if that video is true, man, that's wild, bro. That's wild. It basically kind of tricked them into selling the team to him. Not tricked them, they had it, he went down the steps to do it still, but he kind of was forced to. At the end of the day, we look at the scenario he was in, possibly, allegedly, should say.
Shout out to Mike, though. I mean, it was a good run. I mean, he wasn't that good at it, if you ask me. But
nah, he wasn't, man. But it's definitely some worse owners, and there are also terrible people. They're just bad human beings.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can all agree Mike ain't a racist bigot like Donald Sterling was. He ain't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he made some bad evaluations of players. We all do that.
He ain't treat his employees no type of way like the owner of the Suns. So he just sucked at picking talent.
Yeah, I mean, he's also known for being a bit of a cheap owner as far as spending on talent, as far as keeping players there and that kind of thing. But he made some good moves while he was there too. This is no slight to Kemba Walker, but not giving him that Supermax was a great decision. He wasn't worth it. Great decision. So he didn't do everything terrible.
That was a shot.
That was a great. I'm a huge Kemba Walker fan though. Y'all know I like Kemba. I like Kemba. He was not worth that money. I was saying it loud and clear back then when he was about to get offered. I was like, they give him this deal. Big mistake. You know what they do? Trade his ass. Smartest thing MJ did, man. Smartest thing he did while he was there. Then turn around, Gabe weren't here without that money.
Nice,
man. But yeah.
Nah. Shout out MJ, man. It's a good run, but now it just fucking sucks that now we have no black owner in sports now.
Yeah, we talking about it off air, T. Like LeBron talking about he want to buy, he want to start the franchise in Vegas. Yeah, it sounds good, but by the time you're ready to start the franchise, bro, the team to buy in it's gonna be $5 billion, bro. You don't have that kind of cash laying around, man. We know you're a billionaire.
You get a group of people and you get a team and do it like that. Nobody
right, but LeBron wants to be that guy, which of course he could be the talking head, but he better make some good friends. Steve Ballmer, what's up, man? He worth more than all the owners combined, so
he could be the talking head, but he won't be majority owner.
Yeah, that's what he wants, man. That's hefty price to pay to get in there, man. To get in that club, it's hefty price to pay.
I guarantee they're gonna make LeBron jump through hella hoops just to try to own that team.
He's gonna have to get his ducks in a row, man. Like I said, he want to be. He don't want to just be no Jay-Z.
Do it as him.
Yeah, but he didn't want to just be no Jay-Z. Like just have a small percentage and talk all that shit like Jay-Z was talking. He had no control of the team for real. He wants to be like Jordan was type shit.
Yep. Exactly.
I got the final say so.
Which is weird because even though Jordan sold his team, he still has the final say so who the Hornets pick number 2 overall. So,
well, it still ain't final yet. That's why they said that. So we gonna see, man. Yo, if he drafts Brandon Miller, he's trying to be a bust.
It's gonna be a big fuck you to the Charlotte.
I was gonna say traditional purpose. And everything we talked about that's alleged to be happening right now is true. And he said, he going to pull who did it in the NFL? Lovie Smith. He gonna pull Lovie Smith on these niggas. On the way out, you going, take that. Y'all stuck with this thing. I could have drafted Scoot Henderson. I'm taking Brandon Miller.
Nah, shout out Mike and shit. Now you have more free time to go golf. I think what will Mike do now since he ain't got an owner now?
Just sit back and be the GOAT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said, more time to golf. Hopefully that's not what's getting him in this hole. If he's in a hole, gambling and shit. Hopefully it's not on golf.
Yeah,
sit back and go play golf, man.
Well, he's still gambling. I know he's still gambling on golf. We know we know that.
Yeah, hopefully he's just winning at that. I don't know. Yeah, the story I saw, the video, the guy said that him and his other billionaire guy put all this money in the stocks and they lost. So, I don't know, man. If that's true, I don't know. It could just all be a big, story just trying to, could also be a big conspiracy. Who knows?
Follow us on Down to the Wire 513 everywhere. We'll have a link up for you once the show is over. So y'all can check out the video and be the judge for yourself.
It makes sense. Makes
a whole lot of sense. So from one guy selling this team because he potentially has to another Hall of Famer coach who had to step down because he just can't get rid of a bad fucking habit.
Yeah, I just have it for a long time, right?
Yes, we know it very well here in the city of Cincinnati. He had a few DUIs while he was here.
Unfortunate.
Bob Huggins is no longer the head coach of the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Crazy
crazy DUI last week.
Hey, they said he drove across 3 state lines and almost into a crowd of a massive concert going on. It's lucky nobody got hurt. And when they asked him where he was at, he said Columbus, Ohio.
Where's he at? Pennsylvania.
He was in Pennsylvania.
He
had a fucking bag of cans. He had fucking cans of beer fucking in the fucking car with him. Or bottles of whatever he was drinking.
He got a problem, bro.
Big problem, bro. That's to say the least, man.
When he said the Catholic F word, sure, he got a problem. Like, nobody, even if you feel that way, you can't say that no more. Just like you can't come on and say N-word. A white person can't come on and just say the N-word on the air. Come on. This is politically correct 101.
Yeah, it's facts, man. I don't know what's wrong with him. Well, we don't know what's wrong with him. He has a problem with alcohol, it seems like. Hopefully he gets that fixed, man. He's had a problem for a while, man.
Yeah, but that just sucks for the Hall of Fame basketball coach, a legend in college basketball ranks, for his career to end like that, his legacy to end like that.
Well, now it's sad. I feel bad for the players.
Facts.
They said he had a meeting with the players. I don't know who's gonna coach you this year, but it's not gonna be me.
Man.
Hey, was he delivering his speech? Like, come on, Bob.
And
Come
now,
on, man.
And now I'm not even excited. I'm not as excited anymore about UC going to the Big 12 because that was part of the thing. UC get to play against Bob Huggins now. Now we don't get to see that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But first and foremost, Bob Huggins, get you some help. I said you had this problem for a while. Just no more you can say. It just sucks the way he went out.
Yeah, went out sad, man. Like I was telling Ash, man, he can't. He probably has countless times where he got caught like this and they let him slide too. Like, you being Bob Huggins, you got a little bit of pull, especially in West Virginia. Like he has some pull here too in Cincinnati.
Small college town, but bro, he probably you can't get a break when you almost run over into a crowd.
Yeah, like you can't let you let this one slide, bro. Like we let you slide like 8 other times. You know what I'm saying? When you was just on the highway going 80 and 65. But now you tripping.
Place too. I mean, 3 state lines, and then they ask him, "Hey, what you doing?"
And you say you in Columbus, and you in Pennsylvania, dog.
But
they said he blew a .2 something.
2.3.
Sheesh.
Yeah. But even with that, man,
it's just loaded.
Yeah, but even with that, it's just like, Bob, you fucking on thin ice after what you did earlier this year. It's like now you getting the fucking DUI. If he did,
ago. Come on, dog.
If he didn't say them comments, this DUI, it would be bad.
Nah, he still has to look. He still got to go. He almost hurt people. He got to go.
I don't think they get rid of him after if it's just DUI. Even though like I said it was bad. I don't think he goes. Maybe they suspend him. But I don't think they ask him to step down.
I don't agree. This ain't his first offense.
Right.
I feel like if they would have fired him the first time, I think they would have fired him after he said what he said on the radio stations. So I feel like they probably would have gave him a severe slap on the wrist. But I feel like he probably wouldn't have been gone. They probably would do the same thing they did just now. Where they didn't fire him, but what they did was they cut his pay.
Hire you.
Yeah, they ain't really making him resign. Before I'm talking about we get to the show on radio. They cut his pay and they basically cut his contract. So basically after this year, he's gonna get fired after this year. He's gonna get let go. So I feel like if he would have did DUI first, he probably would have did the same thing, cut his pay, cut his contract, and say, all right, this year, go last year, but you out of here after this year.
Mm-hmm.
He probably ain't care no way. Well, I know he don't care because his actions show it. He didn't.
Yeah.
Probably was done coaching. He getting older. How old Bob Huggins was? 75?
He's 70 something.
Yeah.
71, 72.
Let me see.
69.
Yeah, too old to be coaching, honestly.
Yeah.
It was time, man. But yeah, this was a bad way to go out. He went outside. It's a bad way to go out.
Yeah, and shit, like that's close to the end of the eras of those legendary coaches, man. I mean, how many we got left? What, Izzo?
Yeah. Shit, he probably was the last one left, ain't
he? Yeah, unless you
damn.
Yeah, because I don't
know what you counting.
I don't know, no, I think Bill Self is probably like a generation below Izzo.
Yeah, he a little bit newer.
Well, Patino too. He just got a job at St. John's.
He's still in there. He's like 72, 73 or some shit, ain't
he? Yeah, so yeah, Izzo and Patino really. But and then you got that next tier, like I said, the Bill Selfs. I guess you could throw Mick Cronin and Bill Self.
I throw him in there. Yeah, I throw him in there.
Yeah, I've seen a story that this is good for, and finally Cincinnati Bearcats is just a Cincinnati writer that I agree with. Finally, Cincinnati Bearcats can move on from Bob Huggins' looming presence. I think it's a good thing though. It's like I think with this happening, some of them coaches can relax and get off some of those comparisons with Huggins. I'm looking at it. I didn't know that. Well, I knew, but like Mick Cronin and all those, just what they had to deal with, comparison-wise to Huggins. I mean, Huggins he definitely brought in much better players. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Stars.
But now I think it's still going to be those older alums who witnessed the Huggins there will still compare to Huggins. Like I don't think no UC coach will will ever be as good as Huggins to those guys unless you win a championship.
Are you going to run like he went on?
Yeah, or a final phone run. Now I would say we all know that UC had a pretty good shot if Kenya Martin doesn't break his leg. We all. But until you bring UC some hardware, I still think, even though the writer says it, I still think Huggins will be the benchmark, and I guarantee, a few years down the road, UC will still, like I said, UC will still somewhat honor Bob Huggins. But it'll be a long time down the road though. So, but we'll see. I say it just sucks, and they just sucks how Bob Huggins went out.
Went out sad, man.
Last thing on Hugs, his daughter went to Facebook and made a post and said, West Virginia leadership is cowards, backstabbers, and hypocrites. Claims they gave her father 30 minutes to either resign or be fired. Jackie Huggins says her dad is not an alcoholic and made a mistake. As for those empty beer cans found in his car, she says her father is known for
that was crazy.
For recycling.
You're not
hey, yo.
for them comments, boy.
Hey, shout out to the daughter though, man. Sticking up for her daddy.
But I do believe the cowards and backstabbers might. Well, you know what? Maybe they're not. Maybe they are cowards, backstabbers, and hypocrites. But they got to save face. They probably was out drinking and driving with him most of the times. He just got caught. That's what she means.
Probably. I mean, like I said, this ain't the first time he probably been caught down there, bro. And they probably been covering a lot of shit up down there for his ass, bro.
But it's a college. It's probably all of them are doing it. And that's why she's calling them cowards, backstabbers, and hypocrites.
We all doing it, but we all ain't almost run over the whole concert, bro.
Or driving fucking 3 states over.
Yeah, saying we in
driving now. Just to put in perspective, while it still sounds crazy, driving 3 states over is pretty easy in West Virginia. You can go from West Virginia, Ohio,
100 miles,
Pennsylvania, and probably not even 100 miles. Probably
less than that.
You can do that very quickly. Not 10, maybe 20. You can do it very quickly.
Yeah, from here to Ohio. But from Ohio to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but the fact that he said he was in Columbus when he was in Pennsylvania,
he was wild. I don't want you to think that. I'm just talking about geographically. It's very easy to hit those 3 state lines. Just like you can hit Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky, and with literally 5 minutes. Like, and when you're driving from the, you take 274, whatever, you can hit those 3 states, and I've done it in like 5 minutes. So it's one of those numbers.
I'm saying 5 minutes. He probably exaggerating a bit. But it's close.
I get what you're saying.
10 minutes. It's not, I'm exaggerating a little bit. It's probably about 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah,
you can hit those state lines very, very quickly.
Yeah, especially if no traffic.
Yeah, no traffic. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And for welcome to Indiana, welcome to Kentucky, because you're coming from Ohio already. Yep. So
I think where the fuck was he live? Where does he live at? And where the fuck was he going? That you ended up in Pennsylvania.
Columbus, bro.
Man, wait, what was he doing, man? We don't even want to know. We don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what Brad had going.
Yeah.
I would still rather be Bob Huggins' situation than Zion Williamson.
Zion Williamson, man, that guy. Actually, he's not in the best situation, man.
I mean, yeah, he ain't really in the. He just,
he just getting his shit aired out. It's embarrassing, but
I mean, like, and he really ain't getting like. It's just a crazy chick that he slept with. Like a lot of
saying nothing that bad.
A lot of guys can sympathize with him.
Yeah, she's just saying he was a freaky ass nigga. Honestly, I mean, it's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? But especially because she is smart. But
it's just embarrassing that his sexual escapades is getting out there.
I mean, it's kind of like even if it happened to in our younger days, one of us on the timeline. A chick going off on us. It's embarrassing, but it's still at the end of the day, it's like, all right, whatever. It's just a chick out there.
Still hit though.
Yeah, right. I still smash shows. Now you get more bitches in my DMs. Now you know how good I smashed. You out here going crazy.
She's still talking about him.
She got her page suspended.
Yeah, that's how Elon Musk.
Finally.
Yeah.
Elon Musk
suspended her ass
after she threatened to to leak the sex tape if the Pelicans didn't trade him.
Oh my
Elon said, "Oh, we're not doing that.
What Elon? What?
Elon ain't having that. Zion made a
made
call.
He probably called the owner like, "Hey, Zion, like, all right, this is getting out of hand, y'all.
Hey, look at this, man. Look what she's saying. But, you're right.
About anything you want on there now that this is Mr. Musk's.
Yeah, like all right, you're right, Zion. You got us.
She was on Stephen A's live, the YouTube live today.
Cool.
She was on there.
Saying, "Don't worry about me." And
why would he even bring her? He had her on camera.
No, she topped in the comments.
Oh, I was about to say she fooling. He fooling for having her on camera.
I was about to say, yeah, that was.
Yeah, I'm about to say Stephen A is just trying to lose all his credibility. But yeah, man, that's embarrassing. But hey, like I said, he smashed though.
He says he tweeted, "It seems Mariah Mills has entered my live YouTube chat. We're talking about Zion Williams' situation right now. Mariah Mills, don't believe the narratives. We good. Like, why you keep talking about him if y'all good then?
Yeah, you keep saying we. I'm sure he's not fucking with you no more after this. I would not. If he is Zion, you crazy, bro.
I don't care how good it is.
Yeah, it can't be that good, bro. If you still mess with her after that shit, bro, you deserve everything you got coming to you. Just put that out there.
Yeah.
Zion seems like he's pretty. Out of the whole thing I'm getting out of Zion, seems like he's a pretty nice guy.
Pretty standard guy.
Because there's a lot of people that would have.
All the shit that she shared, the messages, he was lying to her. He was being straight up with her. So I don't know what you're talking about.
It seemed like a different.
Like he was trying to take care of her and just do his thing on the side, and he's being straight up with her about this. So I don't know what she's so mad about. I mean, because he got some other bitch pregnant, not her, I guess. But
that's all that is. That's all that is.
I mean, he wasn't lying to you, man. So you gotta chill.
But I don't know if y'all talked about it. Just while I don't agree with the decision, prayers up to those people in that Titanic submarine. I thought that was crazy. I wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, we ain't talk about that, man.
They rich and all that other stuff, but at the end of the day,
still, man,
it's probably a super scary way to fucking go out.
If they are out, they might not still be out, but they
got
probably out. 8
hours left of livable oxygen. And that's if considering they're still alive. I mean, we don't got to get into this business. It's a crazy thing to do, but because there's no real reason to.
Yeah,
there's drones and everything. They were looked into it. They were looking in the submarine through a TV screen, like a little TV screen. And so it's like, why not just use the drones? And it's a whole bunch that goes into it. But prayers to those people and their families. Hopefully, a miracle can happen and they find these people. But
hope so, man. Because if not, it's a terrible way to go out, especially when you got $1 billion. You're going out like that, bro. Mm-hmm. So many other ways to go out. Like you said, definitely didn't need to be done. The submarine was not even a real submarine for real. It was ran by a gang controller. So yeah, just don't do crazy stuff like that, y'all.
Yeah,
don't do it. It ain't worth it.
I don't mess with the water anyway. So if I gotta go underwater to see something, I'm cool on it.
I just don't understand the allure of the Titanic anymore. It's like, okay,
let's watch the movie.
Yeah, and then there's like I just been kind of doing some research on it just now. I'm like, because I'm like, why not just have a drone go down there? It's 6,000 per square inch. Pound or something like that. I read.
Yeah.
It's
6,000 per square inch or something like that.
Yeah, pressure square inch, which is a couple elephants down there per. It's crazy. It's unsafe, but you can. Only time those things have been successful is like government sanctioned. This is a private company, and then there's drones there, and the picture's actually really cool. It's a watery grave site down there. Why do people care to see it that much? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, you can have a drone go down there, which is you'll get the best view. Like the pictures are actually pretty. I didn't care. I didn't think I cared to see them, but looking at them, I'm like, man, those pictures are pretty cool. They're almost better than seeing it with your own eyes. Seriously.
So when you get down there, you're not gonna be able to see much anyway. Like you said, you look into a TV screen. and the quality of the picture right down there probably is not gonna be great. It's probably dark as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna see nothing.
What the fuck is out there?
Yeah, like I'm not trying to find out. And then, like you said, I think they said more people have been to space. More people have been to outer space that have been to that depth in the ocean or the sea, wherever the fuck they at.
Yeah,
So you telling me y'all gonna take chances of niggas that went to outer space? Like I'm not doing it. I'm cool.
Just some divers down there one time to get something that's like dangerous. They did it. I get it. They went down there after because I didn't realize that it didn't get the wreckage didn't get discovered to 1985. The crash happened in 1912.
Damn, I didn't know that. That's crazy. I didn't know they ain't found it that long. That's
And
wild.
so they did get divers down there at one point. And it was cool. And it was like, all right, that's cool. But then once they wanted to look at it some more for historical purposes, they got robots and drones that go down there because it's not safe.
Yeah.
I get the divers go down there one time. I get it. All right. But after that, like, all right, we can mechanically get stuff to gather up things that we need. We don't have to put people's lives in danger.
It sounds like billionaires who got bored with their money.
Yeah, and the worst part about it is the engineer told them in 2018 that it needed more testing and it was unsafe to go into those depths, and they sued him for breaching a non-disclosure agreement. So I know he's somewhere feeling bad, like, damn, I wish they would have listened to me.
Yeah, man. I saw a video from I guess I don't know if it was a earlier video they made of the thing, but yeah, they don't look secure at all, man. There's no way I would get that thing.
Man, what? It's smaller than a minivan in there. They packed in there like rats.
No way I wouldn't get that thing to even go 10 feet underwater. I'm cool.
Nope.
I'm cool. You won't catch me doing that. Won't catch me skydiving. I'm not doing none of that stuff. I'm cool.
Nope.
I'm not that much of a risk taker. I like taking risks. Not that much.
Yeah, but yeah. More of the story. Prayer to those people, even if those billionaires wasting their money, and I see a lot of people talking about it's privilege XYZ. No matter how much money you got, and I would still, it still sucks to go out that way, and it's a 19-year-old in there. I know it just would suck to go out that way. So prayers to those people. Hopefully they find it. Boom.
Facts. A little last bit with not breaking news, just some noteworthy stuff as we wrap up here. Penny Hardaway got suspended 3 games over recruiting a violation. So Penny Hardaway suspended 3 games this year. Shout out to the Red Hot Reds winning 11 games in a row.
Let's go, Ellie. Jersey on the way, baby.
Hottest team.
Joey Votto came back like, hey, bro, I know the young kid is doing, but I still got it, baby.
It's time.
Hottest team in baseball. First place in the division.
You know what it is, man. Let's go.
Shout out to got the best MLS soccer team too. They just won again, so that's 10 in a row for them.
Yeah, I seen them ticket prices for when they got Messi coming here. Crazy.
Oh yeah, but I guarantee
$500 to get in the building, man.
It's gonna be sold out though.
Yeah, it's gonna be sold out.
It will be sold out. People
I won't be there, but it's gonna be sold out.
Cincinnati, baby. Win Cincinnati.
Hey man, we winning, man.
I know y'all already hit on it. Chris Paul, I just want to put that out there. Chris Paul should get bought out of his contract for the Wizards and go back to Phoenix. That's what I think he should do for the vet men. I don't know if the new CBA allows that, but I know that's something that if it does, it's possible he should do. That's the best fit for him.
Yeah, I agree. Especially if they buy him out. Like that's what we talked about earlier. If they buy him out, yeah, he'll sign somewhere for a vet man.
You should, and that vet man should be at Phoenix.
All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. NBA draft is tomorrow, like we said, 8:30 ESPN. Y'all know Vic is going number 1. Who goes number 2 and 3? We shall see tomorrow night. Make sure y'all tap in with us Friday. We'll give, once the draft is complete, like we said, we'll talk about who we think will be the sleepers in this draft. Who could be the next Giannis, Jokic, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, guys not taken in the lottery, but can make a huge impact. So we'll touch on that Friday. Anything else, brothers?
The real reason I wouldn't draft Brandon Miller is because he said Paul George is his GOAT.
Wow.
That's the real reason I wouldn't.
Wild statement.
Yeah.
Wild statement.
That was wild. I can't.
Little bit news. I didn't see this either. They said 3 teams eyeing Tobias Harris. First off, why? They said Philly's prices asking price outrageous. Second off, why?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Chose Tobias over me.
And somebody gonna do a mental health check on Cat Williams. Not Cat Williams, but
Carl Anthony Towns.
Carl Anthony Towns. I'm sorry, Carl Anthony Towns. What the heck?
He capping, man.
What is wrong with him?
I don't know. He was smoking. I don't know. He was drinking.
Whatever
it is, they got his brain.
That play in victory is bigger than a championship. What is he talking about?
His noodle was scrambled.
Yeah, he's crazy, man.
And my man's what's the dude that he was just with the Lakers? His name's slipping my mind right now.
Pat Bev.
He goes and agrees with him. I'm like, what the heck is they talking about? What the hell?
Literally.
It's a podcast, man. Stop talking crazy.
Huh? Okay. Hey, that's what you okay.
Hey, if y'all feel like that.
If I'm a Minnesota Timberwolves fan, I am highly worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, man.
If y'all feel like that run was better in the championship, then y'all fan base should be very, very worried because y'all never win championship. Basically, y'all never win it. If they feel like that was the height of the highest of the high.
But I honestly believe they feel that way because you see the way they acted, bro. That was
Pat Bev was crying, bro. I took a jersey off.
I get Pat Bev. I beat my former team.
I'm not about to fucking cry.
Who got rid of me? Who got rid of me?
The jersey into the stands. He looked like Kobe on that picture in the back.
He
like Michael Jordan when he was on the floor crying. Oh my God. He's like, bro. Like, come on, bro.
We all looking around like, bro, did they just win?
I'm like, damn, what this game mean? It means something. You know about they get a trophy or something?
Everybody, but for Cat to say that bullshit,
no. Yeah, he's saying crazy stuff, man.
Now, if you want to say come out and say, yeah, we won for Pat Bev because he former team, okay, cool. But yeah, run shit, nah.
Still not cool for me.
Nah, man.
Yeah, like it's not comparable. But
hey, last thing. I don't know if y'all seen KD's comments on that influential shit. Talking about somebody said, so it's comparing him to LeBron. Somebody said everybody's talking about influential, Jordan, Steph, blah blah blah. Let's talk about how much more influential KD is than LeBron. And KD kind of agreed with it and said, yeah, people will talk about Kyrie influential. He said James Harden influential, and he said, who else he say? Russ influential. Now, as far as on court, I don't see all those.
No.
No. I don't see that much.
When you say influential, are they talking about off court or on court?
I think you're talking about like style of play on court. And I can they were talking about this on
Steph is the most influential basketball, more than LeBron James.
More than Michael Jordan, if you want to be honest.
Yeah.
Of all time, if you want to be honest.
I don't know though. Him and Mike is Steph has literally changed the game with the 3-pointers.
Steph has got more on court.
But I don't know. Mike did have people doing the fadeaway jump shots and the all this. People really want to be like Mike. So
that's true.
I know I remember shooting shots and just trying to fall down and stuff when I was a kid. Like I'm young.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Doc. Okay, so you said that. You said, okay, so people are doing shit like Mike, doing shit like Kobe, doing shit like. Do you see more kids doing stuff like KD or more kids doing stuff like LeBron?
Bro, they just hooping, bro. I don't think they're doing anything special. They not that influential to me. Like,
but when you see kids playing, look at style of plays, I think it's a good argument. It's a fair argument to argue that you see more KD clones than you see LeBron clones.
Yeah, because I mean, LeBron is a freak of nature. I tell people that, like, he's a freak of nature. No, a person his size shouldn't not been able to run as fast as he could and jump as high as he could. And I mean, he's more influential in the sense of people doing the all the stuff that he like, and KD don't got that. But KD literally just is hooping though, like step backs, get to the room.
Yeah, but I feel like Vic Wembanyama. I feel like if it wasn't KD before Vic, I don't think Vic would be like the style of player he is now.
Yeah,
even like Chet Holmgren, even players like that.
Yeah, KD gave some bigger guys the step to like, I can dribble.
I can be skilled too. Yeah,
I'll get that. Yep.
Yeah. So I give us a little bit of an argument. I definitely can probably agree with him. He's a little bit more. You see more KD clones than you see LeBron clones.
It's hard you can't be a LeBron cone.
Yeah, it's tough to kind of emulate that.
You got to be a freak of nature because a lot of times he wasn't doing anything special, just boom and wow. And you like
the passes or stuff like that too. I guess you could say Luka is kind of more like LeBron than probably anybody else in the league today. But even Luka, he is different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's different
for sure.
I don't know. That was interesting.
But I would still say that. I say that's more Magic though.
The passes. Well, I'm like not half court passes.
Oh yeah,
Magic more so fast break, but I think LeBron kind of. I think LeBron's a better half court passer than Magic because you probably didn't see much of Magic half court passing, but then like Luke got a little bit James Harden on him too, so it's kind of I don't know, it's kind of different, definitely different.
But I disagree with when he said Kyrie, Russ, and James.
Yeah, that's when you
not Russ, Kyrie, maybe
Kyrie. Yeah, a little bit, but
did he say Steph?
No, he was just saying he was because Steph already got Steph already got flowers, but he was saying James Harden too. He was saying James gets stepped on too, which he does a bit because he does the whole footwork, the whole step back shit, bro. It's that move definitely did impact the game basketball. I ain't gonna like that move didn't change shit. The step back and he did kind of like he didn't make the Euro step, but he kind of like took it to a whole nother level. Like he did the Euro step, like all right, that shit was like when he did it was different.
I don't know. You had Manu and Ginobili.
Manu did it, but James did it way different though, bro. No offense to Manu. But the way James was doing that shit was come on, bro.
James added a little flavor to it.
Yeah, flavor to it. He was doing way more to it because he had way more playing time, of course. But
I was like James. Yeah, James is impact. I mean, because drawing the fouls and shit, doing that flopping shit.
Yeah, that swing through shit. Yeah. So I just thought that was an interesting debate. And I thought about like, dang, I guess I'm like, nah, fucking, of course it's LeBron. But I thought about, you know what? KD got a good point. You definitely see a lot of KD clones. I mean, KD comparisons.
Yeah, I'll even go with fucking the Jokic's. I mean, Jokic. I mean, he's not as thin as KD, but as far as 7 footers handling the rock,
yeah,
I think that's more a KD clone. But I get KD slight edge for me. So
yeah.
All right, appreciate everybody tapping in with us, man. That's been Down to the Wire 513 episode 288. Make sure y'all tap in with us. Follow us on everything Down to the Wire 513. Y'all see us scrolling at the bottom, all show. So as I always say, Google is the best way to find us. Once again, shout out to the Red Hot Cincinnati Reds. We got the Atlanta Braves coming in town. I know Cuz about to be blowing my phone up this weekend. So
I ain't talked to Cousin. He probably call my ass.
What's up, Cuz?
I ain't talked to Cousin in a minute.
So let's go, Reds. I said, Doc said Cincinnati. That's what we is, baby.
Hey.
But for the good brothers, Flyman Rand, Josh Doc Evans, Steve Turnblend, it's been Down to the Wire 513. Catch y'all this Friday with Sports and Spirits. Until then, man.